What's up, everybody? It's Jason from Straight Edge Knives. Hey, man, we're getting right into it today. We're going to go over the specs and some size comparisons and give you a little bit closer look here in a minute. But let's get right into the testing. As you can see from the very beginning, man, this TKELL Mercenary is a freaking beast, man. So as you can tell, I took this coconut, gave it a couple of good whacks because this bad boy's got like a little bit of a, what is it? Some people call it a glass breaker, a wig splitter, I don't know, chrome dome opener. But man, as you guys saw, this coconut, I mean, you can see it's thick. I was able to crack into this thing. That part's a little wobbly, but you know, coconuts are very hard. So, I mean, you consider no problem, man, cracking right into that like nothing. When I have a mess to clean up, I was able to split this water bottle cleanly in half, no problem. Man, I'm getting right into it today, guys. This thing is awesome, man. I freaking love this thing. I got it in the other day, and I've been carrying it around a couple of days, handling it, and it's just, man, it's just, I love it, man. I think it's super stabby. I mean, look how deep I've been able to dig that into the stump, man. I mean, I'm coming like up into here, having to wedge it out. Testing the tip a little bit here too, guys. Let me see. Let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, no tip damage at all. Get into this right here is a piece of propane hose. This is kind of like that reinforced propane hose. You see, it's got the little nylon pieces in here. Let's get in here and cut a piece of this off. Do like a push cut. Yeah, right through it there. Right through it. Cut that in half. Do another little push cut. Splits that easily. You can see that little piece there. Let's see if we can chop this thing here a little bit. This isn't, look guys, this blade isn't designed to be like a chopper. This is, theoretically, this is a combat fighting knife, you know. Okay, that cut that, but it flew that way. So, and then I just dropped my mic. So stand by real quick. We're having some technical difficulties. Put that mic back on. So yeah, I cut that little piece. It just flew over there, or else I'd show it to you. But yeah, I mean, this was designed by TKELL, a United States Marine Corps veteran, to be a fighting knife, a combat knife, if you will, a field utility knife. And man, this thing is, for a 5-inch blade, I believe it's 5 inches. I'll get into the exact specs in a little bit. This thing it's got such a great balance to it. I mean, the balance point's right there in the middle of the hilt. I mean, it's just, things light, nimble, quick, but I mean, it's got some stock to it. You know, if you had to cut through somebody's pants to get to put a tourniquet on or something like that, I mean, you're going to be able to do that, no problem. I mean, pants aren't really that great of a testing medium. Check out this hose. Let's say, I mean, this is a pull hose. I don't have a radiator hose, but let's say you were out in the field and your Humvee broke down and you, I don't know, had to cut a radiator hose off for whatever reason. I don't know, but you know, if you got to, you could come in here, take your TKELL Mercenary, just bam, roll right through it. Cuts right through that, no problem. I keep wanting to cut that in half, but they keep rolling off my stump. Let's do this one more time. There we go. See, like a sucker wants to get away from me. You come in here and do a push cut. Bam. Just like that. Cuts that, no problem. Obviously, like you said, we would expect it to do that, right? I mean, it's a knife. But this is a 80 CRV2 made in America knife. It has a nickel boron bolt coating, nickel boron coating on the blade. As far as I know, TKELL Knives is one of the only ones that's doing that. And man, that, I mean, if you don't know, nickel boron is a coating that goes on bolt carrier groups in certain rifles. And man, that stuff holds up. It's almost self-lubricating. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it makes it easy to clean off. I mean, it gives it this really slick feel, but also gives it like this really awesome looking color too. But yeah, you come in here and do a couple little whacks, chop that off. But if you had to do some feather sticking, you're stuck out in the woods, you know, you had to come out here. This is the knife you got on you. I mean, the edge geometry on this is just so nice. I mean, I'm able to come in here and feather stick. I mean, I'm not the best feather sticker in the world, guys, as you know, you've seen from my previous videos. But, I mean, you can make a pretty damn nice feather stick with this. Doing a little stab test. Here's one of a catalog I have. It's about, let's say, about a 1/2 inch thick, maybe. About a 1/2 inch thick. So let's flip this around. And it went all the way. The tip is just coming out the backside right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right there where my finger is. That's the tip. That's what she said. Yeah, look, I just went all the way through that. Again, all the way through it. And you can see that catalog's not the thinnest thing in the world, but let's check this tip. No damage. There's a nice wedge right here on the top that's helping, that's taken down very nicely, and it's giving added support to this tip, which is very nice. I mean, again, this is designed to be a combat fighting knife, so of course you want a strong tip for all your piercing capabilities. But again, majority of us aren't knife fighters or are going to be in combat and things like that. A lot of this are going to use this for everyday tasks, such as maybe splitting some wood or doing some wood processing, some build processing, if you will. Let's start off with this. I mean, here's like a little stick, you know, if you had to, again, come in here. This is just a different stick. You had to come in here and make some wood shavings. You can, no problem. Every time I do that, the stuff goes flying. I mean, what's kind of cool is you can actually choke back on this a little bit and get some nice little snap cuts, you know. Another thing that's pretty cool is they have these proprietary, I know I said they were proprietary lashing bolts, as I believe they call it over there at TKELL Knives. Basically, your bolt handle, the bolts that are holding the handle scales on actually pass all the way through and are the size of your standard 550 paracord. So you could actually use these holes to lash as a lashing point with paracord, like if you needed to make a spear or something like that. But it also makes removing the handle scales very easily if you had to. And there is a myriad of color options available for handle scales at TKELL. I mean, there's so many. I'm going to put a link in the description, so please check it out. But you'd be surprised at how many different handle scales you can order for these. And he does this grenade, what he calls a grenade pattern texturing. And man, this thing, it just sinks into your hand. I mean, this isn't the thickest handle in the world, but I mean, it just feels so nice. When I grab it, it just feels right. I mean, even the reverse grip. And what's another nice thing I didn't point out earlier with this little skull breaker there, and you'll get a better look at that when I switch over, is it's not sharp. I mean, I can run my thumb over this. It's not jagged. It's not sharp. It doesn't really irritate me. So if I had to come in with a reverse grip with my thumb over the top, do stabbing, and it doesn't hurt my thumb. It's not an issue. So very, very nice. Getting that tip after doing that stabbing, perfectly fine. But darn it, this log is pretty tall. Probably don't want to use that one. That one's already kind of split. But let's see. I probably don't want to baton. This isn't a batoning knife anyway, so we're not going to really do that. But you can come in right here. Let's say you had to split some of this stuff down. Come in. Look at, able to hammer through that. I mean, that's not like the thinnest piece of wood either. Let's check this edge. It's still hair popping sharp, guys. No rolling. Yeah, there's no rolling on this. It's just there. I mean, let's go this way. Again, this isn't like a super test of batoning wood here, but look at that. That splits right through that, no problem. Funny is I cleaned up the side of my house the other day. Now I'm just making a big ass mess again. But I'm doing it for you guys, right? So something else here that I thought I would give show you guys is we're gonna test the edge here. So the other day we got a new puppy a while back, and he got a hold of my extension cord and chewed almost all the way through it. Thankfully, it wasn't plugged in. The dog's okay, everybody. He's a great little puppy. But hey, I mean, you might have to cut through some wire or something. Like, again, this is a fighting knife, combat knife, you know, designed for field use. You might have to cut through some wire or something to that effect. And I mean, geez, there's wire in here, guys. It's an extension cord. So let's see how the edge holds up to that. Chopped right through that. Jeez Louise. Look at that, guys. It's just going right through that, no problem. And of course, you know, it's an extension cord, so there's three strands of wire in there. Let's do this some more. Again, I'm kind of choking back and giving it a little whip snap, but let's check out this edge. See if there's any nicks or damages or rolls. Oh, so I kind of took it off a little bit. If you can see right here, it's not damaged. That's some of the rubber material stuck to the blade. Yeah, wiped right off that nickel boron coating. Look at that. Yeah, it wiped right off. There's no damage to that edge. It's still sharp. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to literally cut through this like this because it is wire, but with that nice slow drag. Again, guys, I'm not a professional, so I'm trying to maximize the force on the edge here for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I would have kept going. Like, it was cutting through it, no problem. It was just I had to keep working it a little bit. There you go. So let's see here. Nope, no edge damage. Man, guys, something to know about the Tim Kell is it's a small operation there over there at TKELL Knives. He's making some bang up knives, man, and he doesn't shy away from the fact that most of his knives are made for combat fighting use, if you will, and this is no exception. But what's cool about TKELL Knives is I've been learning about them. Very small operation, United States Marine Corps veteran. Pretty much him, his wife, and I think 2 other people are making all of these knives. These knives are getting handled by Mr. Kell himself. Every one of them is getting handled by him. He's putting all the edges on these knives. I believe from what I understand, they're doing almost everything themselves. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, he's got some cool stuff, guys. I got to do it. I know I shouldn't do it, but I got to hammer this in to this log a little bit just to we got to do it. I feel like if I don't do it, I'll be doing you guys a disservice. So I'm going to raise this camera up a little bit. Forgive the close-up of my ugly mug. We're not going to baton all the way through, guys, but because I mean, you can see this is a pretty big log here, so it's not going to. But man, I want to test this edge, man. I gotta do it. Look at that. I mean, this isn't designed to be batoned, so is it the best batoning knife? No, but it's not designed to be a batoner knife. So there you go. Look at that. Feel like if you had to, you could though. Let's check it. So one of the big things is this is a little bit of a thinner stock knife. I can't remember the exact specs. I'll get it for you. But let's check it. Straight, guys. I mean, it didn't bend at all. Let's check this where I was hammering it through here. It's still sharp. I mean, let's see. I took this through with that wire, hammered into that log, cut through some other stuff. Pretty much all using this section of the blade right here. Let's see here. Yeah, still taking the hair off my arm. You guys can see that. It'll still shave the hair off my arm. Man, that edge is holding up fantastic. That's pretty awesome. But anything else I got over here to cut? I sure don't. Kind of ran out of materials. But you know what is a lot of fun? I can't. I just love whacking something with that. And look, it didn't do any damage to the end of that. So we're going to go ahead and pause this real quick. We're going to get the camera angle kind of changed. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about the specs. And I'm going to go over a few size comparisons. And we'll be right back. So stand by. If I can get my little remote control to work here. Hopefully I can. But stand by. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Hey, we're back. Again, I know it doesn't look like I moved really, but I just kind of brought the camera in a little closer. Scoot up a little bit, get comfortable. I also had to go get my spec sheet. So let's go over the specs real quick, guys. I had to write it down on the cheat sheet here. 80 CRV2 steel. It is 1.65 inches thick. You can see there. All the way through, full tang. It's got a 57 Rockwell. It's dual tempered with deep cryogenics. And again, I'm going to put a link to this knife on TKELL's website in the description. Click on that. I mean, he's got a whole description of like everything about this knife. I suggest reading it. I mean, it's a lot. I can't like kind of really remember it all to cover it. But I mean, there's a lot of good information in there. It's got that nickel boron T1C coating, as you call it. And it's supposed to be, that coating is supposed to have an 80 plus Rockwell hardness. So, I mean, you're going to have a bitch of a time knocking this coating off of this blade. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it gives it that extra durability and corrosion resistance. Like I said, this boron coating on bolt carrier groups for a certain rifle that we shouldn't name on YouTube because they get mad. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, if you've got one of those things, like, you know, these things are very, very it's a very, very corrosion resistant material. So that's going to help protect your blade, which is awesome. You have a 5.5 inch blade with like a 5-inch handle. Overall length is 10.87 inches. And then your blade width is 1.3 inches. The weight wasn't listed on there, which I thought was a little unusual, and I don't have a scale, but I can tell you guys this, for the size of this knife, it's not very heavy. It's not super light, but it's not very heavy. I mean, it's a really, really good balance. And there's some cool innovations in the sheath, too, that we need to obviously talk about. Locks right in, as you can tell. I mean, there's just the slightest bit of rattle back and forth, but there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you right now. Got a very nice drain hole. I mean, very generous drain hole. If you got this thing covered in a Sasquatch fur and blood, you know, you can wash it out really easily. But again, really, really nice sheath. A little bit, like a little bit of rattle, but I can tell you why. But the rattle is front to back, like this way, not side to side. But there's essentially almost like a locking mechanism built into the sheath. If you can see this right here, see that right there. So essentially, all you got to do is it's like a little knob that you can screw. Kind of unscrew this a little bit. It gets a little loose. You're able to slide it up and lock it back down. Now, this is you're going to be doing some serious hiking. You're afraid you might fall, or jumping out of airplanes, I guess, too. This is so you don't lose your knife. It won't fall out. But that rattle is pretty much gone. But watch. I have to really pull on that to get it to come out. But you can get it out if you had to in an emergency situation. Take it. You don't need it that tight. You can roll that back down, lock it back into place, and now it's just still very secure. It's not going to fall out, but you can take it out way easier. So that's a pretty cool little feature. Gives it a nice, gives you a little bit of that extra rigidity. As you can see, it's kind of open right here. See how that little gap? Again, you roll this thing, kind of loosen it up, slide it all the way up to the top, tighten it down. So, just kind of by turning it. And you can see that gap that was giving that little extra looseness is now closed up quite a bit. Gives it that. See, you got to really. But it's weird. It's tight as this. You can still pop it in easily. So pretty cool. It gives it a little extra feature. Like I said, there's some guys, I guess, that like to jump out of planes with their knives, and it's a good way to help keep your knife secure if you got to carry it like so or whatever. It's got this nice little belt clip. There are a myriad. I'm getting fancy here, guys. There's a ton of different clip options that you can go with on this. This is the one that they sell that comes with the knife. It's got this nice belt clip right here. Very easy to pop it on and off your belt. I believe they're even making these. They make these themselves as well. This kind of clip holder. And you can flip this around to the other side. What's cool is it has all these holes. You undo these screws. You can actually change the height of the ride on the blade. You can go up or down, which is pretty cool. There's plenty of holes here to do different mounting options. I mean, you could go with a tech lock if you wanted to. You can go with the Ulti clip. You could go with Molly lock, Blade Tech Molly locks. Really, it's just up to you what you're going to use this knife for and how you want to carry it. Excuse me, I had too much coffee this morning. So it's pretty cool. There's plenty of options. You can tell the sheath is very slimline, very well built. I mean, it's just a solid sheath. It's got a nice little thumb ramp right here, so you know you can pop your blade right out, no problem. And again, I've been carrying this around for the last few days, and it's riding nice on my belt. In the configuration came in, it sits kind of low. I like my blades to sit a little lower. Sorry, forget the bird up here. But I haven't had it come off. It hasn't. I mean, it feels like it's just a good sheath. It works. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. Getting some size comparisons here. It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like a lot of my blades are like either 4 inches or 6 inches and above. So this one's kind of falling right in the middle, which is a little different. Because I got this Becker BK18 right here. I got a video on this. Go check it out. But you can see it's like more like a 4-inch blade. You can see the size handle comparisons there. Hold that up. See the blade thickness. Again, you can see the Becker's got like thicker handle scales, but as far as the metal, they're about the same thickness, which is pretty cool. But good knife right here too, guys. Check that out. Let's go with the Tops Knives Trail Seeker. Hold those up together. You can see again, you got more like a 4-inch blade with the Trail Seeker. Don't quote me exactly on that, but handle, you know, you're about the same length. I think you're getting just a hair thicker blade stock with the Tops. I still need to do a video on this. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. It's a nice time too. Let's go with another popular option right now that's out there is for a combat / build knife, the Tops Knives Impact. I have a lot of Tops knives, guys, so that's why a lot of these are for size comparisons are Tops. But you see, you're getting maybe a inch longer blade with the TKELL over the Impact. The Impact is definitely a slimmer profile, but it was designed that way because the guy who designed it, Seth, is a pilot. Put that back in there. And last but not least, let's go with the Vikings Tactics Norseman, which is made by Tops as well. Now with the Norseman, you're going to get a little bit longer blade. And you're getting about the same thickness of, you're getting a little bit thinner handle here than with the Norseman, but blade thickness is, I'd say the Norseman's just a hair thicker. See that, guys? But this has a thinner, kind of narrow handle profile too, as well. And this is Kyle Lamb designed this to be like a utility field / fighting knife as well. So it's got a pretty light weight to it as well. But for size comparisons, I don't know what I just did with my sheath. Oh well. Oh, right here. But that's just for size comparisons. But man, this thing. Oh, this thing's got a nice finger choil right here. So if you need to choke up and do some finer work with it. But I mean, look at that blade coating, guys. That's just so cool looking. And then the handle, the grip skills. Look at that. You got this, like I said, these little grenade frag patterns that he puts on. Hand grinds all those in himself. Got some nice jimping right here on the back. This is a little bit more aggressive jimping than what you would probably find on some other knives. But I mean, again, this is supposed to be for combat fighting for the most part, and you want that grip there if you're having to do some slashing. Again, I've never claimed to be an expert, guys. I've never been in a knife fight. Never hope never to be in a knife fight. I hope I never have to use any of my blades in that type of situation. Because if it gets to that point, I'm probably going to have used my concealed weapon firearm first. But this thing just feels nice. I mean, honestly, look, what are most people going to do if they had to use a knife like this for self-defense? They're going to they're either going to be coming in and just slashing away like crazy, or they're going to be having it flipped around. They're just going to be ice picking the shit out of them, or underhand like that coming up. That's just realistically, I think, what most non-trained people are going to do. And that's probably what I would do too. You know, the guy's coming at me and I just want them to try to stay back. I'm just going to be whacked away like this. But I feel like I have a ton of grip on this that it's not going to fly out of my hand. And I would say it's light enough that I don't feel like I'm going to get fatigued very fast either. I might get out of breath faster because I'm out of shape. But I mean, this thing's just got a nice balance to it, man. It just changed directions quickly. I'm not a tactical guy where I'm able to do all kinds of cool flippy stuff, you know. I'll cut myself. Actually, I smashed my finger earlier doing the coconut. But I mean, it's just feels very fast, man. It's just, like I said, when I'm choking back on it for those little cuts, I'm able to whip cut it. What's cool is this grip at the end. It kind of goes right into the swell of my hand, so I don't have a lanyard on this, but I'm whip cutting and I don't feel like it's going to fly out of my hand. My finger's coming right here over this grenade grip, so it's locking into place. So that's pretty cool. So if you need to get a little extra leverage or a little, you know, give you a little extra distance, you can almost put this right here in the palm of your hand, grab onto it like this, and give you that little extra stabbiness if you needed to. Stabbiness, that's the word of the day, guys. But man, this thing is just very, very nice. Tim Kell over there at TKELL Knives, he's doing a bang-up job, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, his blades sell out. And these are on pre-order. They just went live July 1st for pre-order. If you click on his website in the link, you'll see that. I'm not exactly sure. I want to say they're going to be shipping out August 15th. Don't quote me. Please look at the website. But if you want to get one of these Mercenaries, and I would suggest you do, because this thing is pretty freaking sweet. Get on there and pre-order one before they're all gone, because once they're gone, I mean, it might be a little while before they get made again, because again, he's a small operation, USA made operation, doing everything in-house, and you know, he's making them as fast as he can, and he can't keep up. I mean, these things they're selling fast. I was lucky to get a hold of this one, and again, like I said, they're up for pre-order right now. You got a few knives that are up for pre-order right now, so please go check out his webpage. If you saw my Night Stalker video, those are up for pre-order right now too as well. So go check out his page, TKELLKNIVES.com, and jump on that pre-order so you can make sure you secure yourself one of these. Again, when you go to order it, I mean, you're getting the very cool option of being able to choose any. I mean, I feel like there's like 20 different handle color combinations that you can buy. I mean, there's like a red black, a purple black, there's like an OD green and black. There's this kind of multi-cam. This is like a digital camo. This has got like black, green, and tan in it. There's a high vis like orange handle. So if you're going to be using this out while you're hunting, dude, there's so many handle, and that's included in the price. So that's pretty awesome. You know, it's not like you're paying extra for the extra color handle skills. I mean, it's just you get the option of choosing, and you also get to choose. You can choose your different clip types that you want. I believe you can even choose whether or not you want this to be like 1.5 or 1.75 inch belt clip. So that's pretty awesome. So you're getting pretty much a almost 100% hand built knife here. I mean, I could be wrong, so please forgive me, Mr. Kell. If I believe the blade stock is CNC machine cut out, but then after that, everything else is being done by hand. The edges are being put on hand. The handles are being done by hand. Even these bolts are being made, are proprietary to, or not proprietary, but they might be proprietary. Even these bolts are being made in the USA. They're holding handle skills on. I don't believe they're making the bolts themselves, but they're getting them made here in the US. So if you guys want to support a USA-made knife maker, a US Marine Corps veteran, and you want to get yourself a badass blade, check out TKELL Knives. Pre-order the Mercenary. I don't think you'll regret it. I mean, I'm going to keep this one for a long time. This is a really, really cool blade. I really like it. As you guys know, I'm a big blade fan, and this one's a keeper. And I'm definitely going to be getting more TKELL knives. So thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. Stay sharp. It is Monday, July 3rd. So have yourself a happy 4th of July tomorrow. Or if you're watching this on the 4th of July, happy 4th of July. Blow off some fireworks, America freedom. Bam, that's why we're going with a USA-made knife today on our review. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sharp. I know I said that already, but I hope you all have a great day. Have a happy 4th of July, and we will see you next time. I don't know where my remote went, so I'm going to have to do this. All right, guys. Thank you.